Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 276. Hi, this is Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, and welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin. In this bulletin, I'll be looking at the alternative finance sector continues to evolve to support small businesses, 20 firms suspended from the prompt payment code for late payment practices, and why industry sectors matter to banks. Over the years that I've been doing this Business Finance Bulletin, we've seen constant evolution in the world of alternative finance. Now, the alternative finance sector rose up from the ashes of the credit crunch, really responding to the fact that the main high street banks essentially stopped lending to small businesses. And that's where, these new alternative lenders came in order to fill the gap. Well, one of those players, Iwoca, which is a short-term and medium-term lender, has just announced that it's now reached a milestone in terms of lending. It's supported small businesses to the tune of £1 billion of money lent out, as a big step from the first loan that they gave out on the 1st of March 2012 for £5,250. So good progress there from Iwoca. Now, I mentioned in Business Finance Bulletin episode 272 that Just Cashflow, another kind of short-term loan provider, had increased the amount of money that it would lend to individual businesses. Well, there's another message has come out from Nucleus Commercial Finance. They've also improved their terms as well. They now extended for loans greater than £75,000 the repayment term from 3 years up to 5 years. If you're still looking to borrow less than £75,000, you still have a 3-year term in which to pay. So it's clear that all of these lenders are now maturing and starting to respond to ever greater demand from small businesses when it comes to raising finance. So if you want to know a little bit more about both those lenders, go along to their website. The Iwoca one is iwoca.co.uk and Nucleus is nucleuscommercialfinance.com. There you'll find all the information you need to know on how they can support you. Alternatively, if you do want to be guided through the process, don't forget, just drop us an email, info@businessloanservices.co.uk. When it comes to managing cash flow, tackling late payment is a key priority for many small businesses. And it's good to see that large firms and organisations take their responsibility of prompt payment very seriously. Now, over the years, I've mentioned the prompt payment code. Now, this is a voluntary code that businesses can sign up to, which demonstrates their seriousness of paying people on time. Now, when they sign up to the code, they commit that they will pay 95% of their invoices within 60 days. That's a really stringent code that they have to adhere to. Now, it is good to see, though, that the code takes itself very seriously. And during 2019, they've been actively suspending members who fail to meet that commitment. And they've just announced that another 20 members have been suspended. And these are household names such as Diageo, SmithKline, and the construction company Kia. So if you are thinking about extending credit to businesses, why not just search the prompt payment code just to see if they are signed up to this directory? It'll be a good sign that they actually will pay you on time and take prompt payment seriously. A great initiative there by the prompt payment code to keep industry members to account. It often comes as a surprise to business owners that we're helping raise finance for when I mention that certain banks don't have appetite to lend into their particular sector. And we often get confused as to why this is. Now, recently this came to the fore for us. We were introduced to a business that had been asked to refinance by their bank. They were asked to go elsewhere. Now, they gave them some time to do that, and so they have got time, say, to put their house in order. However, the business was profitable, up to date with its payments, the bank account runs well, absolutely no issue. It's just the fact the bank said, we don't like your sector. So when you're raising finance, you need to consider carefully what sector you're in. Now, what sector don't banks have strong appetite for? Well, perhaps it's not surprising. It's areas where there's a lot of discretionary spend. This is where a consumer can switch off their expenditure very quickly, therefore kind of affecting profitability in that sector. So where are the hotspots at the moment? Well, restaurants, pubs, hotels, and perhaps not surprisingly, high street retail. Those are the kind of areas where the banks don't have strong appetite. So when it comes to borrowing money, think first of all, does my bank want to lend to me? Speak to the bank to make sure you're not wasting your time by putting a lot of effort in only to be turned down because they don't have the appetite for your sector. Well, that's it for another Bulletin. As ever, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a like and a share. Look forward to being with you next time. In the meantime, have a great, successful and profitable week.